Pete, what's happening, brother? You got the replays, huh?
Yeah, I see what they're doing. You listening to the game? Is the mute on or is it off?
It's on.
Is your mute on or off?
And welcome to Valor Hockey. This is Saturday night hockey between the Valor Eagles and the Chaparral Wolverines. I'm Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on the Shaw Hockey Productions. Glad to have you this evening. We are broadcasting from the South Suburban Ice Arena, the new ice arena that has replaced the old. And we're glad to have you on board. This is a rematch from 2 weeks ago, one in which Valor won 5-4. So the opening goalies, Jace Ruth to my right, number 31, dressed in the Valor whites. And in his Chaparral Wolverines red, Ryan Burke is in goal for Coach Ryan Finnefrock. We're just underway in this 17-minute first period, and the puck is controlled by the Wolverines. As they bring it up, it's picked off right away by Evan Payos, and Payos has to drop his stick there, tosses it to the ice. Puck goes back behind the Valor cage, picked up by McCall, and McCall moves it forward, and it goes to Fekete. Fekete winds through center, and he drops past there, looking for Rollison. Rollison picks it back up. Rollison gets swiped at, is able to move it back up the wall to Lloyd. Lloyd's shot goes wide, and it's swept up around the glass, up but not out as Lloyd controls. Lloyd works his way bottom of the circle, centering feed as he was looking for Rollison, and it's taken off of his stick and advanced up the left wing boards. But up to center ice is all. Lagerman with the puck. Gets taken off of it by Fekete, but the pass is picked off by Leonard. Leonard curls around on the side of the circle, sweeps it back into the Valor end, and in the near side corner, chasing it down there was number 17. Picking that up was the defenseman Valencia. Valencia moves it over the right-hand boards. It ricochets up to the point. Bouncing puck finds its way to center. We're at the 15:48 mark of this first period. Ryan Kaiser has the puck behind Valor's cage. Bank passes it off the left wing boards, picked back off and stolen back by Valor. Moving up ahead is Majewski. That's Jack Majewski. He's got a brother out there, number 22, Cooper. Cooper's on another line, though, and we'll call his name momentarily. Puck is gloved down there by Caleb Palo. Palo moves it back to center. It's put in, but not deep as it hits a Chaparral body, and that is deemed offsides. So we're just starting this Colorado High School game here that has some meanings in this South Division, as Chaparral currently leads it, and Valor is right on their tail. So off the faceoff, puck is taken back, and that is Connolly, number 27. Connolly listed as a defenseman, but plays up in the offensive end. I remember that from last game. Battle for it back behind the cage. Mundell is there as well, one of the leading scorers for this Chaparral team. So you got to watch out for Mundell. Zeke squeezes out. He feeds it right in front. And the game's first goal is scored by Connolly from Mundell, just as we were saying it there. And there Mundell came off the end boards and drew all the traffic to him. And he feeds it over to John Connolly, who puts the first goal up on the board. And this one goes to Chaparral. 1-0, Connolly from Mundell. And here you can see it on the replay. And there is Connolly sneaking in back behind the defenseman. And he gets the picture-perfect feed from Mundell. And he makes it 1-0. So that is scored at the 15-minute mark. And here comes Valor sweeping in to pick up that puck as the defenseman, Connolly. Forward Connolly, and here he begins to work his way through, but he can't get past the captain. And McCall guides it back over to Lloyd. Lloyd picks it up in stride on the left wing wall as he looks up ahead, hits a stanchion. McConnell pokes at it, and it's pitched in by Cooper Majewski. Over on the far side, Zier, the defenseman, a little drop pass there to his partner, Neal. Neal sends it up the boards, but stepping in from his deep position is Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser holds Chaparral deep in. Puck comes back over to the boards, and Kaiser makes a mark as he puts down number 5. That's Youngkin. And over on the far side, it's Evan Payos. Payos works his way down deep into Chaparral territory, but is taken off the puck. And the puck is taken back out to center. It's poked past Buchanan. Buchanan, the forward, picks it back up and sweeps it over to the far side. Stepping in is Brady Lagerman, sends it back up to the point, and working along there, and it's picked off by Rollison as it ricochets. It's Payos with it, guides it, tries to find the seam to Rollison, but got hit off a boot. Rollison continues to work in the near side corner where he stood up by Zier. And puck is jammed up the boards, but not out. Buchanan has it on his backhand, sweeping shot wide, but Payos is there to pick up the change. Payos holding it there on the right dot into the center slot, takes the shot. He draws the game's first penalty as Moroni comes in, touches it up. Payos keeps it alive right to Buchanan, just misses it. Back up high, held up there. It's moved back over to the right-hand side. Fekete had it for a moment. And there's the whistle blown at the 13:08 mark, so Valor earns the first power play of the game. And this one comes at the 13:08 mark. And this is on Jackson Brandhorst. So Brandhorst goes to the box for a hook. And the second power play line is out there with Majewski as well as Paolo. Lloyd and Owen are out there. And the shot off the high glass is flagged down. And here comes Paolo. Paolo up the right-hand side as he's flanked there by McCready. Paolo takes it in deep, and he'll wind his way around, chips it off the boards, picked up by Lloyd. Lloyd quickly along the boards finds Paolo. Paolo sweeps it down low to Price. Price centering feed right in front as Paolo got a stick on it, and just the end of his stick wasn't able to get much on it. Sweeping back in is Price. Price guides it back up the dasher boards. Paolo catches up to it. Paolo swings it back over to the right-hand side. Picked back up by Owen. His shot is deflected off a stick. Battling down low is Majewski. Majewski holds his man up, and Price drops it there. Majewski's got it. It's got Paolo on the far side. Centering feed, bouncing puck. Picked back up by Owen. Owen guides it over to Lloyd. Lloyd right off of his boot, and he sends it back through as he had Majewski in his sights. Majewski swings it back up to Lloyd. Lloyd sidesteps one, runs into some traffic, pokes it back over Price. Here's the shot, and it's gobbled up by Ryan Burke. Burke hangs on to that one. And with 55 seconds remaining in the power play, the top line is out there for George Gwozdecki. And so taking this face-off will be the left-handed stick of Buchanan in that left-handed dot. He battles for it, but the puck is poked free, back down low. Neal's got it, tries to shake off Buchanan, but he meets Rollison. Rollison gets a boot on it, swept up, but not out. But the second try is successful. Ruth holds it up there, and sweeping in, here comes the defenseman McCall. He looks right, and a little drop play there as Evan Payos makes one miss, and he guides it back over the center line. Toe drag move, Payos right there on the doorstep as he tried to go up high, Puck is swept off of his stick and sent the length of the ice. One last chance here. Time for a rush as pressing is Mundell. And Mundell successfully picks off that puck. And Mundell continues to battle, but he's surrounded by 4 Valor players, and it's Rollison that comes away with the puck. Power play is all but over as exiting the box is number 6, that's Brandhorst, and stepping back in is the defenseman. The bouncing puck stays on the line. No, it doesn't. It comes back out. And holding it up there is Kaiser. Kaiser looks for a lane. He sends it in off the high glass. And it's a full line change for the Eagles. Stepping out on the right-hand side. Hot pass is too much, but trying to step up into it was McCready. Couldn't get to it. Coming away with it, and a pass right in front, stepped into it. There was Leonard. Here's a shot from the right-hand side. This one gets deflected. Never got through. Here comes Valor. Price down the left-hand flank, but he's met there by Neal. And Neal takes Fekete into the end boards, sweeps it up to the far side, chopped at and out by McCready. Catching up to it is Leonard. Leonard on the left-hand side as he's watched there. Nice play by Morona as Morona sweeps the puck up the left wing boards, and it comes out to the safety of center. Colin McCready, one of the top line centermen here, sends it back over to Leonard, but Leonard's pass is picked back off. Sweeping it back in is Price. Price has a man behind him. Drop pass there. Here's the shot. Didn't get much on it as a defenseman got a stick on it. Back over to the right-hand side. Trying to put it back in was Charles. That is Jamison Charles, and puck goes right by us, Charles. Majewski watches it. Lloyd chases, and here comes Shea. Shea, the other forward on that top line. And we've got an icing call, so it's coming back to the Chaparral end. And the faceoff will be in the right-hand dot of Chaparral. Chaparral coached by Ryan Finnefrock. Played his hockey at Arvada and then at St. John's, just near St. Cloud up in Minnesota. And off the faceoff, controlled by Chaparral. They move it up the near side boards, trying to jam it up. And they find a seam, and they're able to get it back out to center. Majewski turns away from pressure, works it up the wall, but it comes to number 2, picking it back up is Lagerman. Lagerman steps now up into his forward position, and another icing called. 1-0, Chaparral leading Valor on a early goal within a couple of minutes of this game. And it was Connolly, John Connolly, scoring from Mundell. So the face-off over in the right-hand dot to the left of Ryan Burke. And piling up there, stuck on the dot, coming away with it is Larson. Larson moves it back up to the point. Here's the shot, and it's a right pad save, and it would have been ripe for the picking. But the defenseman, number 7 there, McNamee, was able to get there and clean that up. Puck is poked all the way back in, sent out to center ice. McCall had it on his stick, and stepping in stride is Connolly. Connolly, little drop pass there, and a backhander right in front. Bouncing puck dangerously. Fell right in front of Jace Ruth, but the puck was able to be moved out. And McConnell, holding off his man, sends it over to Lloyd, who loses it to Youngkin. Youngkin's pass, cross-ice feed as he had a man, and that was Jackson Mundell that was wide open over on the near side. But the pass never got through. And now a battle for it at center ice. And Valor will go for a line change as Larson creeps in. Bouncing puck comes off, recontrolled by Noah Youngkin. And Youngkin will dump it in and go for the line change himself. Sweeping in quickly was Aiden Owen. Puck goes back over to the right-hand point, and it's deflected and sent right back in. With time is Kaiser. Kaiser with Leonard bearing down on him, moves it past Shea, back up the wall, and sweeping in is Neal from his D position, keeping it alive. Buchanan has it. Buchanan works his way through, chops at it, sends it back over to Payos, but Payos is tied up with Neal, who seals the wall. Over on the far side, puck is picked back up by Zier. Zier's pass is read nicely by Kaiser, dumps it in into a matching 4, picked back up and sent right back in. Sweeping it away is Zier. Zier sends it up the left wing boards, comes back out to center, poked in by Morona, and coming away with it and in stride. Stepping in is number 8, McCready. McCready's pass right on the doorstep, but Leonard wasn't able to pick it up out of his skates, and here comes Valor on the right-hand side. Valor, Rollison, a back pass there looking for Buchanan. Buchanan touches it back over to Morona. Morona banks it off the boards. Picked back up by Payos with Zier on his backside. Neal comes away with it. Puck is swept with a backhander back to the safety of center where Jamison Charles resets. Rollison punches it in, and Burke will lend a hand. Neal with Zier in front of him. Palo forces him out, and puck comes back over to the far side in front of Finnefrock's bench. Swept over to the near side. It's dumped in with a nice little touch-up by Lagerman, swept up by Charles, and Charles moves it back over to Morona. Morona, a nifty little backhand feed over to Fekete. Comes back up, and Morona chases his own pass up the ice and is able to lend a hand as he's looking for Price up ahead. Controlled again by Chaparral, and almost picking off that puck was Fekete, but it ricochets off his boot, and it finds the stick there of Langerman. Price pokes it right back in, but to a waiting defenseman, that's number 17, Valencia. Valencia moves it back over the left wing wall, and it's poked at and held in nicely by Palo. Palo with some speed, a little backhand feed in front, chopped at, and taken back out. Fekete puts it back down into the near side corner, and Fekete almost stole it as he was picking it up off of Purcell. Purcell moving up the right wing wall. Excuse me, that's Hardy, number 21. And we'll go for an icing call. Fekete almost had that as that puck came off and it bounces off his skate. And he would have had daylight coming right in front of Burke's goal. So Majewski's line steps in. Jack Majewski. He's a right-handed stick. He's got Lloyd sitting behind him. One there this time by McNamee. McNamee, the defenseman, banks it off the boards and has enough to get back out to center, where it's poked back and chased down by Mundell. Mundell sweeps in, and a late whistle as Mundell and the partial Chaparral crowd to my left thought that icing should have been waved off. He was awfully close to that center line, and perhaps we'll have a replay, perhaps we won't. No, I don't think on that one. So he thought he got it past the red line. The crowd did too, but they've got rose-colored glasses on one side of the ice. Valor, and the face-off is going to come, and Finnefrock at least wins that part and says it was simply offsides. It wasn't a icing call. So if that's the call, then it takes a little bit different measure. So here we go, face-off at center ice. Majewski, and he goes up against Connolly. And the puck is controlled again by Chaparral, and they bank it in. McCall has time as he glances over his right shoulder, and it's swept off his puck, his stick by Mundell, and Mundell again puts it right in front. And chased down and gloved down there by Charles. Charles gets tied up with his man, is unable to get it in deep, and the puck comes back as backing out was McCall. Sweeping in is Lloyd. Lloyd touches it back up, and quickly turning in a tight turn, it's Owen. Owen Walsh who sends it back over to Charles. Carter Charles right in front, and with a chance was Owen Walsh. Owen Walsh who delivered that pass, and bodies tumbling now as Charles tumbles up and over Mundell. Meanwhile, Valor picks off the puck. It's McConnell. McConnell sidesteps one, works his way back down the left-hand flank, and the centering pass is picked off by the Wolverines. The fluttering clearing is sent all the way down, and a hustling Aiden Owen gets to it first and makes a crafty play back over to Kaiser. Kaiser up the left flank, and he dishes it off to Majewski, who was waiting for him to step into it, and Kaiser now has to step into this one as he chases down Shea. Shea working his way right in front, and a tip play there as he had Leonard right in front of Ruth, and Leonard goes tumbling into Ruth. He's still not back on sides. Now he is, but with time it's Valencia, and he holds things back up, back behind for number 21, Hardy. Puck is moved back up, back over to Shea. Shea, quick cross-ice feed as he looks for McCready. McCready, fluttering dump in is right on, and Ruth holds for the whistle. 3:52 remaining in this first period as Chaparral leads 1-0 over the Valor Eagles on an early John Connolly goal. And so here we go, right off the face-off punch shot. This one goes wide off the stick of Neal. It's banked off the high glass. Neal steps in, keeps it alive, and takes some abuse. Puck goes back over on the far side. It's swept up, and again, nicely held in by a body over there on the far side. That was number 20, McCall. Oh, again, we have two McCalls. We have Jake McCall, and we have Luke McCall, number 20, for the Chaparral Wolverines. So back behind, here comes Payos. Payos sends it back up the boards, but reading the play nicely was Neal. Over on the far left-hand side, working his way in was McCall. McCall shouldered off the puck, picked back up by Brandhorst. He looks for McCall. McCall's got it again. This time he's bodied up there by Charles. Is able to hold his man off, but he sends it over into a vacant corner where Charles is able to get to it and angle it off the glass, up but not out. Ruth holds it there and has nobody around him, and finally called off the play by Morona. That's one of those plays where the defenseman is looking for it, and it never comes. Stepping in and stealing this one right in front, and the point-blank shot there by Mundell. And Ruth comes up big to make it to keep it a one-goal game with 2:40 remaining in this first period. A sauce play, picture perfect, right over to Rollison, but it's swept off his stick as Zier is able to knife it off of him. Continuing to battle is Rollison. Rollison comes away with it. Now he's got some help, and he's got McCall. McCall shot off the back, picked up by Fecity, and Fecity tried to get a twisting pass in front, and it wasn't received. Fecity on the forecheck there, smokes him out. Puck is bangled, and it comes off the dasher boards hard, but Lloyd is able to get a stick on it, keep it in momentarily. Puck is poked free. Paolo looks ahead. Coming away with it is Mundell. Mundell feeds it through, but a back-checking Paolo makes a play. Here comes Price down the left-hand side. He's got the defenseman McCall driving, and Price all the way around the horn, looking back up high, brings it back up to the point, but his pass is deflected down, and coming back is Hardy. Hardy sends it up ice to Connolly. Connolly's got a man and a shot. Second opportunity. Sprawling is Ruth, and he holds for the whistle. Stepping into that, and you saw the defenseman Hardy stepping into the play for the Wolverines. And the always dangerous Connolly over on the far side as he had Shea with him. So this is the top line with 1:38 remaining for both squads, and stepping in to take this face-off is Leonard. Puck goes back over to the far side. Excuse me, that was McCready. Puck has moved back up, and it's going to be icing on Valor. Payos was streaking ahead, and so for Coach George Gwozdecki, with 1:29 remaining in the period, he's got a defensive zone face-off. He's got his top line out there, and he's facing the top line of this Wolverine team. And again, taking the face-off is Colin McCready. McCready wins this one back, poked all the way back over to Neal. Neal finds Zier, back to Neal. Neal squares up. Here's the shot. It hit a body and deflects wide, but stepping in over on the far side is Zier. Zier is tied up with Payos. Payos hoists it, and it goes up, and fair catch up at center ice. Put right back in by Neal, and picking it back up was Leonard. Leonard over skates momentarily. Fluttering puck just back up to the point. Chopped at, and that one had a chance at that top corner as it deflected off of Kaiser. Meanwhile, centering feed right on the stick of Leonard, sticked away by Ruth into the far side corner. Kaiser guides it up the wall. Rollison has it. Rollison's pass over to Payos, and Payos recoils. Payos looking ahead, and he sauces one back over to the defenseman, Morona, who steps in. Morona on the forecheck with 39 seconds remaining in the period. Here comes Payos. Payos has it knocked off his stick. Buchanan fishes it back into the corner, and the puck hits the high netting just above the glass, and thus the stoppage in play. So with 29 seconds remaining in this first period, Valor has an offensive zone faceoff in the right dot. Ryan Burkle is a left-handed glove there as he readies. And here comes the faceoff. It's going to be Majewski going up against Connolly. And Majewski wins this one back cleanly, and it's sent on, but it never got through as it hit a body, making its way. Kicked aside there as Mundell tries to work past one, and he sends a backhander, but to a waiting number 12, Charles. Charles moves it back up to Morona. Morona up the left wing boards. Morona picks it back up and jams it up the boards. And the bouncing puck, he's got time as Chaparral had to step away. Chasing it back down. Charles with 2 seconds. That's going to do it as the buzzer sounds. After one, Chaparral leads 1-0 on John Connolly's goal from Mundell. That one came at the 15:02 mark. That's where we stand. I'm Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on Shaw Hockey Productions. Thanks for watching. We'll be back for the balance of the second and third periods. Hi, how are you? Good to see you, Mrs. Kaiser.
Oh, wow, you are good.
I know, not
You are
bad.
good.
That's pretty good.
My son watched the game again.
Oh, he
when
did?
He got home. I said, did you hear anything special? Yeah! I heard him say, hey,
You made it. You made it onto it. That was great. Well, thanks for saying hi again.
my husband came down.
Oh, you did?
Well, he was in the hospital.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So now he's out.
Good for him.
But he's on a scooter because he had a broken finger.
Okay.
And then 2 surgeries after that. He's still not walking well.
I bet. Where is he tonight? Is he sitting out up inside? Okay.
On a scooter.
Sure.
So
Okay.
this is good.
Oh, okay. So he's been watching this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
We were in Varsity. Yeah, so every night game was on. We won. So we really appreciate it.
Well, good. I'm glad to have it. Thanks so much. All right. So you think we'll get no, it's off now. So this went off. Yeah. And we are back for the second period and third periods here from the South Suburban Ice Arena. And Jace Ruth is now to the left-hand side in his Valor whites. And Ryan Burke to our right-hand side. I'm Manny Furtado for Shaw Hockey Productions. And the puck is down, and we are underway in this second period. First period was relatively even between the two, as these two teams played a closer game than the original score. A couple of late goals there in that last meeting made it 5-4. But that was a relatively closely played game as well. So here we go on some fresh ice as Fekete tries to move it past the defenseman Hardy. Picked back up, and quick shot there. Trying to work his way through was Mundell, and Mundell draws a penalty. And much to the chagrin of George Gwozdecki, this one comes here in the 16:22 mark, less than a minute in. So the first power play of the game comes for Chaparral, and going to the box is Fekete for a trip. And this one comes at 16:22. So the first power play up, and a quick cross-ice feed, backhand feed down into the near side corner, and bodied off of that one as Lloyd was taken off the puck, and the puck is cleared the length of the ice here. So Chaparral will set up shop behind Burkle, back below the goal line, back up to Payos, and Payos feeds it across over to Buchanan. Buchanan, as he steps into Connolly, and Connolly backed off there. So with 1:12 remaining in the power play, Mundell will do it again down the right-hand side. And he puts it in, this time chasing it down is Aiden Owen. Owen sweeps it up, and it appeared that McCready might have been able to have it. He left it there for Leonard. Puck came out, back out to center, re-entered in. Stepping in was number 8 McCready, but he got checked off the play. And Valor's able to send the puck the length of the ice and get a fresh set of penalty killers out there. Paolo is out there, as well as Price. Price on a stick check on Leonard. Leonard gets it in, and Leonard over on the far side boards, but Paolo is able to get a stick on it, and he sweeps it the length of the ice from corner to corner. Puck all the way down, and with 28 seconds remaining in the Wolverines' first power play, they've yet to set it up and get a shot on goal. Puck comes over to the left-hand side, and it's swept in and held in nicely. Zier momentarily glances it back off. Back over to Youngkin, right in front, as looking for a feed there was, I believe, number 4. Nope, that was number 6. That was Brandhorst, who was right in front. Power play comes to a close as sweeping in is Lagerman. And he leaves it there for Neal as the Eagles are back to full strength with 14-16. And here we've got a breakdown on the right-hand side. Shot, goal! And it's scored by Chaparral, and Chaparral takes a 2-0 lead. So what ends up being a sloppy change for the Valor Eagles leads to Langerman's goal as Langerman beats Ruth straight up, making it 2-0. Langerman scores that at the 14-12 mark. And that was 10 seconds after the power play had expired, but it appeared that Valor was caught off guard there as streaking down that right-hand side, Langerman was left all alone to face Ruth. So now the Valor Eagles face a 2-goal deficit. Shot, and a big save by Ruth as coming in and getting that pass right in front was number 8, McCready. And McCready is almost snake bitten there as McCready had a pass right in front, and Ruth gets out the big right pad and is able to make that save, or it would have been 3-0. Ruth had to be solid there. McCready will take this faceoff. He's got Leonard on one side and Shea on the other. And Valor controls it. Aiden Owen is stripped of the puck over on the far side, wrap around, but Owen stays on his man, and Buchanan comes away with it. He bounces it off the end boards. Rollison quickly right up front, touched up by Buchanan, but Payos can't catch up to it. Buchanan gets there, but it's Leonard that tips it back to his defenseman, Neal. Neal shakes off the check but loses his balance, so he decides to go back up that wall, and it's successful nonetheless. Put right back in by Kaiser. Chased back down by Purcell. Purcell back behind the cage, makes a nifty move as Payos was closing in on him. Payos, nevertheless, steals the puck there, winds past one and sends it back up to Rolison. Rolison watched closely by Neal, as Neal got a stick on that and trying to work his way through is Purcell again. Back down the left-hand boards, it's Shea. Puck comes back up, and Neal levels a check, and the puck squirts free all the way back to Zier. Zier with Rolison on him, fakes back, goes up past the red line, is able to get it in as he goes for a line change, and Rolison with the puck. Finds a nice little move by the defenseman, Charles. Charles works it back up to Payos. Payos waits for line mates, and he takes a big check there as he's put down, but going to the box is Leonard, and Leonard's going to go for an elbow. And so the first power play of this second period for Valor comes courtesy of Leonard's elbow. And this one comes at 12:28. So Valor's top line, Payos, is out of breath out there as he did double duty. And so stepping in to take this face-off is going to be Paolo. And he's got Price and Majewski on either side of him, Lloyd and Owen manning the blue line as Paolo steps in and gets down low and ties up his man nicely. Price and Majewski try and come away with it, but it's Mundell that is able to glove it down and send it the length of the ice. Held up there by Ruth. Sweeping in is Owen. Owen, the defenseman, with a goal yet this season. Back over to Lloyd. He's got one as well. Lloyd is able to take the line, puts it hard off the inboards. Price waits for it, sends it along the shelf line, takes a funny bounce, paddled out, sent back over to the far side. Lloyd gathers it back in. Lloyd with Owen waiting, goes down low to Paolo. Paolo sweeps it back up. Lloyd's got a hustle, gets there and is able to make the pass. Majewski guides it back over. Here comes Owen. Owen cross ice feed, but the hot pass skips Paolo's stick, and Paolo couldn't get on it. Majewski with the puck down in the Zam corner as he jousts with one man. Neal comes away with it. Neal banks it hard off the glass, and it goes up and out of play. Cooper Robinson, the backup goalie, comes up with his first save of the game from the bench boards. So with 1:05 remaining in Valor's second power play, top line is back out there, and Buchanan will take this face-off as he's going to try and win it back over to Payos over on the far side. Let's see if he tries to sweep this back. He does so, but it's won by the Wolverines. Bouncing puck is guided by Kaiser. Kaiser then leaves it back over to McCall. McCall to a Payos with speed down the left-hand side. Payos brings it in on his backhand, drives it right to the cage, and falls into the cage, knocking it well off the moorings. So the face-off will come out as Payos had an angle over on that far side, and you see him sweeping in on your replay as he tries to hold up and get to the front of the net, but he forces the net off the moorings. And with 47 seconds remaining in Leonard's elbowing penalty, face-off will come just outside of the Wolverine zone in front of Gwozdecki's bench. Buchanan this time wins this one, and it's McCall with it. McCall recoils and sends it back over to Buchanan on the far side. Buchanan watched closely. And past McNamee and over to Rolison. Rolison battling with his man. Now a five-man pileup. It's Rolison that comes away with it. Rolison with McCall up high. Banks it off the corner boards. Back up to McCall. McCall sidesteps Shea. Front, it's Buchanan, but Buchanan was challenged by McNamee, and he could only get one stick on it. Burke makes the save. Lurking on the far side was Payos. If Buchanan could have gotten it over to him, Payos would have been all alone. 14 seconds remaining in the power play. Payos will take this face-off. He's got Buchanan, and this time Kaiser sneaks in. It's one back down into the corner, chopped at. Kaiser, the defenseman, down low. Drags it up near the edge of the circle. Sauces one, but the angle, and it comes back out as Payos has to hold up. Payos drops it there for Buchanan to a streaking Kaiser. Kaiser hits the brakes and puts one right on goal. And going to the box is number 4, Blake Neal. And Neal a little over aggressive, and it could have been a high stick or perhaps an interference. And it's going to go for a high stick. So the second consecutive power play as Neal goes for a high sticking. He upended, I believe it was Buchanan. And yeah, the color commentary is courtesy of the Chaparral fans. So needless to say, they disagree with the call, and so in the box is Neal, one of the top defensemen for this Chaparral team, Neal and Zier. Zier, I suspect, is still out there. Let's see, he is. He's up against the glass line. He's up against Buchanan. So Payos will take this face-off, and the puck is stuck on the dot, poked over to the boards. Kaiser steps in and is able to block it. Here's a quick shot paddled away to the far side. It's Rollison with it. Rollison goes down into the corner where he's watched closely by Leonard. Quickly fed back up high, and it comes back out as it was good force play there by the defenseman, number 20, McCall. Speaking of McCall, skates past that one. Buchanan pool cues it into the near side corner, chased down by Rollison. Rollison guides it along the dasher boards over to the far side, and a little back pass, but it's picked off by Zier, who sends it the length of the ice. 1:23 remaining in the power play for Valor. Long pass. Calipalo has it. Palo tries to sweep it back over. Leonard was there as he got a stick down, and it's cleared out by Chaparral. Chasing up to it was McCready, but getting there first is Aiden Owen. Aiden Owen on his backhand with some speed down the left-hand side. Continues to be chased there and hassled by McCready. And it does the trick as the puck is cleared back out. This time Price will give it a go. Price down the right-hand side. He's got Palo on one side, goes to Owen on the far side. Owen with 48 seconds remaining in the power play. It runs corner to corner over to the near side. Held up there by Palo, guided up by Price, chopped at, goes down to the far side. Majewski chases it down. He's got Leonard on his backside, but the defenseman Lloyd makes a play. Knifed off his stick. Leonard has it, sailed off the boards, and the length of the ice. 28 seconds remaining in the power play as Ruth hands it back off over to Owen. Owen with a buddy pass right up through Price. Tough play to catch. Tough pass, I should say. And the angled dump in ricochets. Shea gets another stick on that, and that's going to do it as Connolly sweeps in. Connolly was looking for a man in the middle. Here comes Price, 2-on-2, trying to catch up to it. Is Cooper Majewski. McConnell trades places with Price. Price right in front, shot just misses as Cooper was there. Cooper Majewski on the far side had an open look, and Burke recovered and makes a post-to-post save. Mark that one down as you see it on the far right-hand side. Here comes Price, and over on the far side, opening up to it is Majewski, and Majewski's shot is answered by the right pad of Burke. Burke keeps it a 2-goal game. Coming back with the puck is Valencia. Valencia hassled by McConnell, but is able to get it past him, but McConnell steps back in and steals this one. Morona's shot gets deflected at the point, never got through, and chasing it back down is Jamison Charles. Charles waiting for it, but Ruth plays it over to the opposite side. Touch play, here comes Valor, but it's thwarted there as Connolly is able to get a stick on it, and Connolly lays a lick. Meanwhile, behind the play, puck is put right back into Valor's end, working his way up. Is Jamison Charles, puts it off the boards and back out to center. And the Wolverines are satisfied, dumping it in and doing a little forecheck and playing back. Puck comes back over to the far side. It's Cooper Majewski. Majewski looking for McConnell, but can't connect as Ben Lloyd is able to get a stick on it. Puck goes back up into the protective netting. 7:28. Nearly 10 minutes gone in this second period. We're over the halfway mark, and Valor trails 2-0 to the South Conference leading Chaparral Wolverines. Payos off the faceoff, kicked forward, but not controlled as it's held up there by McCready. And moved back over to the left-hand side. Kaiser puts it in as Leonard was closing on him. Puck is chopped at, moved up, but not out. Quickly, Payos back over to McCall. His shot hits Buchanan and bounces free. Little nifty back pass from McCready as he finds Leonard. Leonard holds up there. Shea driving. Puck ricochets all the way to the far right-hand side. Neal's shot. This one whistles wide and rides up the right wing boards. Handled there as Leonard tries to keep it in. Shea dishes it back. Bounces off of Leonard's boot. Back over to Zier. Zier finds line mate and defensive partner Neal over on the far side. Neal puts it back down low. Now he steps in from his deep position. Sharp angle shot. Bounces off the end boards and comes up the left right wing boards. Rolison's got it. And as he's shouldered there by Leonard, puck is thwarted. Puck goes all the way back over to the near side to Zier. Zier centering feet, bounces onto the stick of McCready. Shot, and it glances off of Ruth's glove as he looked down. The bouncing puck came out of his glove there, centering feed, and right in front, backhand goal! Scored, and this time Shea gets it. Shea, number 28, cleans up with a backhander right in front. Shea was just waiting in that low slot area, and the puck came over. He pivots, and he's able to put a backhander up and over Ruth. And Shea makes it 3-0. So at this 6:13 mark, Shea on that backhand is able to get it up and over the right pad of Ruth. Shea makes it 3-0. So with 6:13 remaining in this second period, Valor finds himself in a deep deficit, but with plenty of time. Next goal is huge. Valor needs it, and the Wolverines know it. Valor looks to put on pressure. There's Fekete in the low slot spinning, but the puck is picked back up and cleared back out by Purcell. Sweeping in is Owen. Owen quickly over to Paolo. Bounces off of his stick, but he's able to recover. Put it back past Hardy. He's able to take it into the corner. Feeds it back over to Owen. Owen slides it back over to line mate Lloyd. Lloyd's shot tipped in front by Price. Price again with the puck back below the line. He's hassled there. Take it in. Fekete. Price is there. Sweeping shot. This one bounces free. Owen's got the puck again. Owen looks for a lane. Sends it down low. But it gets deflected, and out comes number 26. That was Connolly. Picking up some speed is Jones. Jones works it in, but it's offsides. So with 5:14 remaining in this second period, a faceoff comes outside of the Valor zone in front of the good crowd that we have here today. And they have been lively on both ends. Wolverine crowd has had a little bit more to cheer about here. And off the faceoff, good scrum. Finally, Valor comes away with it. And it's Jamison Charles that sets up shop behind the cage. He's able to quickly move it back over to Cooper Majewski. Centering puck comes back out. Majewski almost had it as it bounced off Ben Larson's boot. And Charles has to get back as he shoulders off number 22. Off the play, puck comes back over to the far side. It's Cooper Majewski. Majewski centering, looking for Larson. Can't come away with it. Larson has it now, but he takes it up and off sides, and he takes a tumble. Meanwhile, McConnell has it. McConnell gets tied up with his man, and a centering feed right in front is a wraparound opportunity by Cooper Majewski. Was right in the blue paint, but there wasn't a Valor player inside over on the near side. McConnell fishes it through and retains possession with 4:17 remaining in this second period. Majewski's pass is picked off, and stepping in was Langerman, who's got a goal, had that second goal of the game here for this Chaparral team. Working his way through is Owen Walsh, as he wasn't going to be denied. Gets some help from Charles, the defenseman, as he senses the need at this point. Feeds it back over to the far side. Here's the shot, and a tip play as Walsh was looking for it, but he wasn't able to get a stick on it. Jamison Charles with 3:45 remaining in the second. Sends it back over to Walsh. Walsh feed right in front, and the shot blocker side wide. Back over to the far side. It's Cooper, and it's Carter Charles. Carter Charles, number 16, left wing on that fourth line. Continues to work, and sweeping pass as he was upended. Meanwhile, stepping in is Owen Walsh doing some hard work, but he can't get to it as the puck has moved back up the wall and back out to center. Here comes number 27 taking off the play. That is John Connolly. Connolly is a crafty player, picked back up by Walsh. Walsh weaves, but his centering pass is knocked off, and Kaiser has to get back for Valor. He does so as he takes on Mundell, puts Mundell into the bench boards. Wide open shot, pad save. Loose puck on the side of the cage, and a big save there was made on Connolly's shot. Connolly set up shop in that left circle, and he was wide open, and a big left pad save by Jace Ruth keeps it a 3-goal game. 2:42 remaining. This line has been out there for a long time for Valor. Now it's picked up by Kaiser, and he senses that and needs a whistle. He'll send it off the high glass and into the protective netting. So Valor had about a 2-minute shift, it seemed like, on that one. Trailing 3-0. You saw a defenseman stepping into the play on both sides, namely on that Valor side, sensing the need for a goal as Jamison Charles was in deep. Let's see what this line has. This is Fekete's line. He's got Paolo on one side and Price over on the far side. Puck has moved back over to Price as he's got room to catch up to it. He has Paolo in front. Paolo pulls it between his skates, and the shot picked back up by Fekete. Fekete winding back top of the circle, sends it over, and it's right back in by Owen. Owen's shot is deflected. Lloyd has it. Lloyd's shot is a gut shot, and Burke makes the save and holds for the whistle. 2:11 remaining in the second period. And for this second line, Fekete's line, Fekete will set up to take the face-off in that left-hand dot. As he directs traffic, he's a right-handed stick, so let's see, it's one directly, cleanly right back to Owen, as Owen's shot goes off the end boards, and Fekete goes into the net, but he was deemed, he was pushed in, so the face-off stays inside the zone. That shot by Aiden Owen. His grandmother Anita's here cheering him on, so Aiden, get a goal for your grandmother. And so off the face-off as Owen moves in off the right-hand point, he's down in deep. Meanwhile, a 6-man battle for that puck. Puck is swept over to the near side. Owen jumps into the play as he piles over one player. That was number 8. That was Big McCready. And that's no easy task to steamroll McCready. McCready, one of the bigger players. And McCready has a conversation with Owen, and Owen's not going to back down as McCready gives him a little John out there is okay. His dad, Mike McCready, grew up in the Littleton network and is here tonight. Good to see Mike McCready. He was a coach up at Arvada for years. Back to the live action, picked back up by Neal. Neal sets up behind the cage and then punches the puck back over to the far side, where it comes away with it is Youngkin. Youngkin's looks for a man, and it's tipped off of Larson's stick, and so it's going to go for a clean version. Stolen, put right back in front. Larson is able to sweep it back out, and the fluttering puck ends up in front of Burke. Burke tucks it back behind, but chasing it there was Majewski. Majewski with a stick check from behind gets some help, but the puck has moved back up at the right wing wall. Back over, and sweeping in is Jamison Charles. Charles banks it off the glass, and the rolling puck finds its way back behind Burke. Moving the puck out quickly is Zier, as Zier ends up icing the puck as he was looking for a man on the near side. So with 54.2 seconds remaining in this second period, Coach Gwozdecki gets an offensive zone faceoff, trailing 3-0. So Jack Majewski has Charles on one side, and Owen Walsh, who did some great yeoman's work a couple of shifts ago, and a stick check just in front, as that was Neal, the defenseman, lifting Charles. Puck is won by Valor, and the quick shot goes through as it was deflected. That was Jamison Charles who got that one off. And the cross ice clearing is picked back up by Morona. Morona is able to find the stick of Owen Walsh. Back over to Majewski. Majewski, a back pass, and misses the intended target. As picked up in stride over on the far side is Leonard. He's got Shea in front. Long shot, pad save there on Neal's wrister from the right point. And another sweeping pass right in front as it was McCready. His shot goes up and over the cage. Glove down by Leonard and swept away and picked back up by number 14, Owen Walsh. Walsh moving from right to left, but leaves the puck back behind him. And the puck comes back out, put right on target as the period ends. After 2 full periods, it's 3-0 off of 2 second period goals as Langerman gets one and Shea gets the other one. Connolly got the first period goal, and that's where we stand. We'll be back after a Zam break. This is Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on the Shaw Network. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. And we are back for the third period as the ZAM is cleared. And we await the two teams. In that first game that these two teams played, Valor jumped on Chaparral with Payos' first goal, and then Walsh got one, as did Price. That made it 3-0. In fact, it made it 4-0. And then Langerman got the first goal. This is going back a couple of weeks here. Langerman got a goal. And then Leonard got a power play goal. Payos had a power play and a shorthanded goal. They made it 4-0, jumping on Chaparral. So Chaparral remembers that. Leonard had got 2 goals. Then Connolly got a goal. And then Fekete's goal from Payo made it 5-3. McCready got one with 17 seconds remaining. That made it 5-4. So that's how these two teams played as Chaparral came back strong as they found themselves in a 4-goal deficit. Here we are in the third period, and we'll see if Valor can turn the tables on Chaparral as they trail 3-0 with 17 minutes up on the clock to work with. So then we look at the standings here, and the standings with Chaparral again having played 9 games, Valor Christian with 6. And Valor Christian giving Chaparral their only loss of the season as Chaparral is 8-1. Meanwhile, Valor comes in with a 6-0, at least a league record. They have one non-division loss to Regis Jesuit. That came back in early February. Looking to the balance of the schedule, Valor has Castleview, Mountain Vista, Castleview again, and Pine Creek. So, not trying to count your chickens before they're hatched, but Mountain Vista poses the biggest challenge. And if that Pine Creek game that was scheduled yesterday can be rescheduled, that will be a nice tune-up for the Valor Eagles. Chaparral on the opposite side has Valor after Valor tonight. They have next Friday. They have Mountain Vista, Doherty, and then they close with Cherry Creek, which is a non-divisional game. So they really have 2 games that matter here, as they have this 8-1 record. So over in the other conferences or the other divisions, you have to look at Fort Collins, who is undefeated, as Fort Collins has Ralston Valley sitting behind them. And then, of course, in the Metro Division, Regis Jesuit. You always have to be wary of Regis Jesuit. That rounds out your top 5A. So the referees are back on the ice, but they seem to be waiting a little bit longer for this ice to set up, it appears. And now they're calling the 2 squads onto the ice. So Valor again dressed in their home whites on that home bench with Coach Gwozdecki, as well as Adrian Wiedemann. And opposite of him is Brian Finnefrock, Tim Walsh, and Dean McCall. And so Lloyd and Kaiser are out there on the D-line here, as it's changed up just a little bit. And Fekete, second line, is out there for Coach Gwozdecki. He'll be going up against Connolly. And the puck is controlled again, this time by the Chaparral. Puck comes back over to Kaiser. Kaiser moves it back over and punches it up the boards here. And Kaiser goes back as I get my notes set here. Kaiser goes tumbling and into the near side corner, and a pile up there. Here's the shot from the point off the stick there of Valencia. It's seen the whole way by Jace Ruth. So Here we go. Face off deep in Valor's end. And Connolly will do it again against Fekete, same as the center ice. And jumping in is Valencia, but McCall, the big defenseman, sweeps in and corrals the puck. McCall glances it back over and sends it over to Kaiser. Kaiser has some trouble with it, up to Price. And off the boots as Fekete tries to advance it. Fekete takes a dangerous check from Mundell into the boards, and Mundell's going to go to the box as Kaiser has a conversation with Mundell. So Mundell goes for perhaps a check from behind. And it's going to go 2 minutes for a rough. So here we are in this third period, and Mundell goes early, and this is just what Coach Gwozdecki wants as he gets the fourth power play of the game. Obviously, he's 0 for 3 thus far. Top line is out there this time, and Buchanan pokes it back over to McCall. McCall swept over to the near side, finds Payos. Payos looking for that top corner, can't find it as Kaiser steps in. Guides it back up to McCall. McCall looking down low, bounce play right in the front as Rolison took a shot from a sharp angle, couldn't connect. Puck rolls along the dasher boards, back up as it's left there as Payos works down as it knifed off his stick. And a battle forward over on the near side corner. Battling hard is Neal. Neal, the big defenseman. And coming away with it is Rolison. Rolison sidesteps Shea as he's got Zier in front of him as well. Puck back down to Kaiser. Rolison with it. Faced right in front. Shot just misses the paddle side. Back over to Payos. Payos quickly up high to McCall. Back over far side. And a blocker save off the stick there of Owen. Puck comes back up to the blue line. And it's sent back down low, but a opportunistic chap stick is able to put it up and out of play. That was number 4, the big defenseman, Blake Neal. Neal was the player that lifted that stick high. That was a controversial call, at least from the Chaparral side. Valor parents saw it perfectly well. 1:04 remaining in this power play. And the face-off, and Neal continues to battle there as Payos is battling him. Buchanan gets a stick on it, moves it back over to the far side, sweeping in, shot, and the second opportunity chopped at there, bodies tumble, and in the corner, it's number 18, it's Leonard doing battle, and puck comes back over to Payos. Payos is bodied up against the boards, but is able to squeak a pass free back over to McCall. McCall finds Rolison, back to McCall, right on target. This one is, the rebound is lifted and sent the length of the ice. Good possession time for Valor on that one. And with 30 seconds remaining in the power play, Connolly chases his man. Swept in there by Majewski. Paolo gives chase, but getting to it first over on the far side is Hardy. Hardy sends it off the boards, but it bounces off a Valor player, held in nicely by Lloyd. Lloyd's shot is deflected off of Connolly, and the puck is over on the far side boards, picked back up by Owen. Owen sends it back over to Lloyd, and it squeaks through Lloyd's wickets as the hot pass couldn't be handled. Quickly back over to Price as the power play expires, and the Chaparral Wolverines are back to full strength with 14:04 remaining in the contest. Trailing by 3, Valor with the puck right in front. Majewski waiting for it. Paolo digging. Paolo fishes it back up to Owen. Owen holds it there, sends it along the boards. Majewski catches up to it, holds it there as he's pressured by number 18, Leonard. Puck comes back over to the near side. And trying to work it out of the corner comes Majewski. Majewski taken off his stick, but the shot by Lloyd hits a shin pad. That was Youngkin, number 5, who got his shin pad in there. Ben Larson doing some good duty, holds it up there as Leonard holds on to Price. Bodied there, and the puck comes back out as laying a lick is Aiden Owen. Curling away from the pressure. Puck is gifted back over to Larson. Larson with a man on his backside has it taken off of his stick. And here comes Youngkin. Youngkin down the right-hand side. Can't get it past his man, and McCall gives chase. He puts a check in there on number 12, Charles, and the puck is moved back up by Majewski. Off of a boot, Majewski picks it back up, sends it back over Morona, and it's guided in by the defenseman Charles into the near side corner, banked off the high glass, and bounces the length of the ice as icing is the call. So with 12:49 remaining in this third period, Valor gets another offensive zone faceoff. And this time, Majewski steps out with Carter Charles and Owen Walsh. Walsh will take that inside slot area. And with a right-handed stick in this left-hand dot, let's see if Majewski can spin it around and get it back to his defenseman. As he's got Morona, it's touched back to him. Morona with it, banks it off the boards, and it cleanly goes corner to corner over on the far side. And stepping in was Walsh. Walsh tries to hold the line, but the bouncing puck is cleared. But not for an icing. And so again, 12:32 remaining. And so Coach Gwozdecki doesn't want to waste an offensive zone faceoff, and he'll go right back out there with his top line. And this time Payos will take this faceoff, and he'll try and draw it up against the boards. Perhaps he'll go forward. Let's see what Payos does. He's going up against Leonard, but streaking in from the slot position, and the puck is taken away by Colin McCready. McCready attracts a crowd, gives it up there, but the puck finds him along the half boards. McCready tucks it back down into the corner. Buchanan pushes it over to McCall. McCall moves it up the wall over to Rolison, and Rolison finds Payos. Payos punches it in, and he'll go for a chase. Neal is back. Neal shoulder to shoulder. Buchanan is there to double team, but the puck goes over to the far side. And it's the Chaparral Wolverines who are able to get it back up and out. Leonard works his way past McCall, but McCall puts a right shoulder into him and delays him enough and gets some support. Meanwhile, Payos up the right-hand side tries to work his way past one. It's Neal with the puck, walks away from it, and McCready has it. McCready, the big power forward, and the pass is picked back up by Leonard. Leonard's shot pad save, as Owen moves it back over into the sideboards. Swept back right in front, and a opportunity there as all alone was McCready, and the net comes off the moorings, and the Chaparral crowd wants a penalty on Jace Ruth, but they're not going to get it, as it was part of the play as Ruth was moving from right to left, as McCready had that puck in that low slot area. So the faceoff comes out to the right-hand side. It's going to be Connolly going up against Palo. Here's the shot, and it's deflected off of Price's boot. Puck comes over to the near side. Valencia sweeps it in on a backhand, and chasing it down is Lloyd. Lloyd has it stripped off his stick, and over on the far side, it's Connolly coming up with it. John Connolly drags it down, sends it back up to Hardy. Back down to Connolly. Connolly protected as Fecity pins him up against the boards, and Lloyd sweeps in to pick up the puck. He sweeps it back over to number 7, Owen, banked off the boards and controlled again by Chaparral. Lloyd with time. Lloyd with that puck as he's met on the near side by Mundell. Meanwhile, as Owen tries to work it back up the wall, can't do so. And Owen now with a little bit of time tries to sweep it back over to his defensive partner Lloyd. Lloyd moves away from Connolly's traffic, shakes off Mendel. Puck has moved up the right wing boards and back out. Fekety's there as he's met with Hardy. Bouncing puck. Payog stays on side. Price is there, perhaps not. And it was onside. Although the crowd, Price right in front. He had Fekety. Fekety just beyond his reach. The bouncing puck comes back over to Charles. Charles moves it back up ice. Puck is picked up by the defenseman Morona. Morona sweeping up as he takes it down into the corner. He's bodied by Hardy, and the puck is taken off his stick by Brandhorst. Brandhorst sends it back over to the left wing wall. Bouncing play as Lagerman was the intended recipient. Morona, the defenseman, gets back. And looking for the puck is Majewski. Majewski can't get a stick on it. He moves it back up to Fekety, but back up to center. It's punched in, but not deep as it ricochets one more time as Purcell was trying to get it in deep. This time with time, Nicholas Morona sends it back over to Jamison Charles, back up to the center ice line. And the bouncing puck comes back up to Cooper Majewski. Bank pass there. Larson's advance was stymied. And sweeping up and picking up the play is Parker Purcell. Purcell banks it off the left wing boards, and here comes Chaparral quickly. Right-hand side, centering feed, and a backhander. This one comes well wide as Brandhorst shot misses, and a blocker save there by Ruth. You can hear it all the way up here. Larson with the puck is able to get it past Purcell and clears it the length of the ice. Icing is waved off. And Valor has a line change there with 9:06 remaining in the contest. As Kaiser continues to battle, puck is picked back off. McCready steals the puck, gets a shot on as he worked through McCall's screen. Back over to the far side, Walsh is battling with McCready. Loose puck is picked back up by McConnell off of McCall's boot, and McCall weaves his way through center. McCall is stymied there as the puck is picked back off by Neal, the defenseman. Back over to Kaiser. Kaiser looking for number 16, that's Carter Charles. And with 8:31 remaining in this contest, it's sent up high. Walsh finds Carter Charles. Charles forced out wide. Charles right in front to Walsh. Walsh couldn't get on it. McCall's drive and a pad save there made by Burke. Puck has moved all the way out, picked back up by Mendel. Centering feed as Shea was looking in the back pass as he had Leonard in his sights. Quickly countering far right-hand side, it's Owen Walsh. Walsh has Majewski in front of him. Majewski stays on sides. Now he catches up to the puck, but it's knifed back out to center. Lloyd with the puck. He sidesteps one, finds Majewski. Majewski cross-ice feed. On the march is Aiden Owen. Owen right-hand side. Here's the shot, and it's gobbled up, and Burke holds for the whistle. 7:48 remaining in this third period. Valor trails 3-0. Palo back up to the point. Puck is put down the wall, and it rolls around over to the near side. Caught up to it is Luke. Luke is met there, and a sweeping pass right in front goes unanswered by Jones. Over on the far side with some speed, it's Palo. Palo looks for a lane, puts it right on the doorstep. As he puts a shot on and having an opportunity was Fekete at it. Fekete continues to battle, gets support from Price down low. Fekete battling there with number 24, that's Purcell. Puck is swept back behind the cage, picked back up by McNamee. McNamee is checked by Fekete. Price has it on his backhand. Price had Palo centering back over to the far right-hand side, and the shot by Morona goes up and out of play. You can see this line working hard, and Palo was in front as Price and Fekete, and all three had a hand in that forecheck. So with 5:58 remaining, Valor looking for their first goal as Jack Majewski will take the faceoff. McConnell comes in, and Carter Charles goes to the bench. Morona chops at it as he had Charles in his sights. Morona is able to defend that puck nicely, sends it right back, and waiting for it there is Langerman, but a puck doesn't come as McConnell snakes in there and steals the puck away. Over on the far side, it's Owen Walsh. Walsh battling over on the sideboards. He's got Jack Majewski, but he's squeezed off the puck, and it's poked back over to the near side. Rolling puck up the wall, chopped at, and back out to center. Morona chasing down with McCall, but Morona gets there first, holds it up against the wall, gets some help from Owen Walsh. Walsh tries to work past one as it was swept off his stick, but right back to him. His centering feed, Langerman got a stick on it, and the Wolverines are able to roll it around into the Valor zone near side. Picked back up by Charles. Charles shakes off the check and sends it back over to Owen Walsh. Charles follows his pass up, tumbles over one, and Walsh has the puck. And it's going to be for an elbow. And this is effectively a equalizing call for Neal's, or for Leonard's elbow. So the second power play of the game, and Charles goes to the box for an elbow, and this one comes at 5:02. Special shout out tonight to Joe and Cindy Lloyd, grandparents of Carson Lloyd, as they're watching from the Pittsburgh area. Back to the live action. It's McCall with the puck, streaking down the right-hand side. He's got Price in the middle, chases it out of the corner, and shakes off the check of Shea. Here's the one-timer as Paolo stepped into one. He didn't get all of it as it went off the heel of his stick. Battling there down low is Price. And so with the power play, the Wolverines, a Paolo quick shot. This one is defended by Ryan Burke as Paolo is a one-man forechecking and PK out there. Puck comes up to the near side. It's McCready with it. McCready guides it back over to the far side. It's Connolly. Connolly works his way past Lloyd, but he meets up with Kaiser. Puts it back into the corner where Shea has it. Shea works it down into the corner and back up to Leonard. Leonard working that left point, banks it off the boards. Shea is there. He gets taken down, but gets some help from McCready. McCready bouncing puck, settles things, looks for a pass as he was straight up and looks for that shot. Puck comes back over to Leonard. Calling for it is Connolly. Connolly has it, but it's taken off of his stick and cleared the length of the ice by Paolo. 3:50 remaining in the contest, 47 seconds in the power play. Valor can ice this puck, and on a good forecheck, they can perhaps get a run over on the far side. It's Valencia, the defenseman, has it taken off of his stick, and Payos has it. Payos over on the near side, accelerates through center. Payos wheels through on his backhand, works his way to the center, and he tumbles through the blue paint and into the far side corner as his shot was taken off his stick. Battling for it again is Rollison right in front, and a big glove save. And having words there is Ryan Burke saying, oh yeah, I've got it. I got it. Payos was right on the doorstep. Rollison peels off the wall, and his backhander was answered with a big snatch of the left-hand glove of Ryan Burke. So with 16 seconds remaining in the power play, there's a defensive zone faceoff. So Valor is able to set up and try and get a shot off this should they win this faceoff. It's Majewski on the faceoff. That's Cooper, or McConnell. McConnell sweeping shot is sticked into the near side corner. McConnell pressing. Langerman has it. Langerman with a man ahead of him. That's McCall. Langerman works his way through, but can't get past the boot of Jack Majewski. Majewski working his way through center. Not one, but two. Takes it in. Needs some relief. McConnell steps in. Majewski with the puck at the dot. He fumbled puck. McConnell on the doorstep. Majewski battling him. Coming back up is Rollison. Again, looking for it was McConnell, but the bouncing puck is settled by the Wolverines and back out to center. Stepping it in, and with the shot there, Brandhorst is deflected. As sweeping in is Aiden Owen. Owen takes his man into the corner. Owen provides some support as Langerman is there digging away, taking time off this clock. With 2:30 remaining, the clock continues to melt away on this Valor squad. Puck over to the right-hand side, and almost stepping into one was McConnell, as it was number 8, I believe, McCready, who had him in his sights. Meanwhile, back to the live actions, twisting through is Neal. Neal finds number 9, Mundell, with it. Mundell takes a shot, and keeping the play alive is Ruth as he puts it into the corner. Payos sends it back over to Rollison, or McCall, sitting back behind the cage. He's smoked out on the near side. Buchanan's long pass finds Payos' stick tape to tape. Payos on the right-hand side leaves it there as he had Connolly draped all over him. Puck comes over to the near side. It's Buchanan to McCall. McCall was pressured. Puck comes back over, and the clearing pass is picked back up. Fekete guides it back over, continues to look for it as Youngkin is able to get it up and takes it out of play. 1:34 remaining in the game. Valor would like nothing other than to get a final couple of goals in this last minute, and there's George Gwozdecki as he takes his first and only timeout, and he gathers the troops, as does Ryan Finnefrock and Tim Walsh over on the opposite side. So on the ice right now is Fekete, Rollison, McCall, Buchanan, Payos, and Ryan Kaiser. As we said, one of my favorite things is having folks come up and say that they enjoy listening to the games. And for many people during this COVID season, this has been great access to see their sons, their sons and grandsons playing out here. And I hear from many of the grandparents, whether it's Kate Kaiser or Anita, Aiden Owens' grandmother, or Joe and Cindy are Carson Lloyd's grandparents. So thank you for saying hi. We always appreciate that, and we're glad to hear that you're watching it. Here we go. Let's set the stage. 1:34 up on the clock now, and it's going to be Buchanan as Payos is off, and the net is empty for Valor. Working his way in over on the far side is Rollison, as he needs some support down there, and he gets it with Fekete down on the low side. Puck is hoisted up and over a glove side, and streaking in to pick up that puck in front of McCready was McCall. So Jake McCall up the right-hand side as he sends it back in over to Payos. Payos over into the near side. Fekete battling, finds Kaiser, and Kaiser looks to step up. Rolison comes away with the puck. Rolison battling with Shea. Kaiser is able to put it down into the corner. Buchanan puts it down low as Payos gets bodied up by his man. Puck almost gets lost in the skates of the referee. With 49 seconds remaining in this contest, it's Kaiser. Kaiser's shot as it hits a stick. That was Shea, but that actually gave it a little bit misdirection. Puck is moved back down over on the far side wall. Rolison catches up to it. Battling in front is Neal. And Neal takes his man off but is unable to get it out as the matching four picks it back up and the bouncing puck goes through. Picked back up, sweeping pass. Rolison tries to get a stick on it, rides the rails. Back over to Kaiser. Kaiser works it off the wall over to Rolison. Rolison's got a man on the far side. He's got a man down low. And the pass hits some boots over on the far side. It's Rolison with 11 seconds remaining. Back up to McCall. He looks for the shot, sends it over to Kaiser. Kaiser shots as it's a shoulder save, and this one ricochets out of the zone. That's going to do it. Final score, Chaparral Wolverines win 3-0, shutting out, and Ryan Burke gets the shutout versus this Valor squad, who their last loss came at the hands of Regis by the same score, 3-0. Connolly, Langerman, and Shea get the goals as the teams salute each other at their blue lines. And a hard-fought contest. And Chaparral comes away with the win this evening, 3-0. This is Manny Furtado for Valor Hockey on the Shaw Hockey Network. We're glad you joined us. Thanks for watching. The next contest for this Valor Eagle squad is next Friday versus Castle View at this same South Suburban Complex. Final score, 3-0, Chaparral over Valor. I'm Manny Furtado. Thanks for watching. Good night.